At the beginning of the episode, we see a scene after a few years where Vavlu had become a very big businessman. He had come to Shanghai to make a business deal with someone. After the deal, when he is coming out of his hotel, he sees Bila inside the elevator. He goes after her to stop her, but in reality, the girl was someone else. We then see Guang and his friends waiting for Saul to get off the boat as he returns to Fujian. As soon as Saul gets off the boat to attend the wedding of Guang and Xinjian, Guang is very happy and asks him why he is so late. Saul tells him that he is the most beautiful person in China and had gone to buy shoes for Xinjian, which Xinjian was going to wear to get married. On hearing this, Guang starts harassing him and says that if he was a girl, he would have married her. The next day, to celebrate his bachelor's night, Guang has drinks with Xiaolu, where we learn that Xiaolu has helped Gahan a lot in his business. She had also given him money for the same help, and both have now become business partners. They reminisce about their friendship, where Shaul tells Guang that he just wants to see Balin once because when he went to Shanghai to start his life, years had passed since then, and he had not seen Balin even once in 5 years. He just wanted to meet her and express his feelings to her. Guang explains to him that it has been 5 years now, meaning that it is possible that Balin may have gotten married or may have a boyfriend. The next day, they go to give wedding shoes to Xinjian, where Xinjian and his friends do not let Guang inside because it was their wedding yesterday. So Guang takes the shoes and sends Xiaolu inside. As soon as Xiaolu gives the shoes to Xinjian, her eyes go to the byline standing there whom Xinjian had invited for his wedding, and she smiles seeing Xiaolu there too. But Xiaolu becomes very nervous and goes out. He asks Guang why he did not tell him earlier that Balin was also going to come there because Xiaolu did not want to go in front of her like this. Guang says that it doesn't matter to him anymore how Balin looks at him, because he did not want to see Balin at first and did not know she was going to be there. The next day, Guang and Xinjian's wedding takes place. They were going towards the wedding hall by car. Guang asks Shaul to sit in the back car because Balin was going to come inside and he could talk to her here. But as soon as Shaul looks inside the car, Balin is not there. The person sitting in the car tells him that Balin has left for some work. Xiaolu leaves with the boy and thanks her. Earlier he used to work with his brother Zhang, and now he works with him. He tells how a lot of people from Guang's family are going to come to the wedding, but no one from Xinjian's family has come, which makes her very sad, but she is not telling this to anyone. Hearing this, Xiaolu gets down from the car, asking for some work in the middle of the way. On the other hand, Mr. Nu and Yang are getting married. They come inside and give him the envelope. Yang starts telling about Chan that Chan is in Beijing, earning a lot of money there, which is why he could not come here, but she has brought a lot of cash on his behalf. Hearing this, Mr. Nu takes Yang aside to ask him why he lied because Chan Si-young had not talked to him till now. He asks why she is not eating these days. Young tells him that she is dieting for Chan because he is coming to Fuching soon, but she was saving money so that she could give more money on Chan's behalf for the wedding. Meanwhile, Xiaolu goes to meet Xinjian's aunt, Director Din's wife, because he wanted her to come to his wedding. As soon as he reaches there, he sees that Balin is already there. She was sitting there for the same purpose. Xinjian's auntie tells Balin that Xinjian has cheated her, and she left the house for someone else, so she does not want to meet him. But then Xiaolu comes inside and tells them that if they do not come for Xinjian now, then Xinjian will never bother them, and if they ever need Xinjian, she will not keep any connection with them. Xiaolu gives an example of Illyri and explains that if he gets angry with everyone in this manner and fights with them, one day the old lady will die alone inside a room, and there will be no one to take her body. Auntie does not agree to this, so Balin tells her for the last time that even though Xinjian may have done things against her, she still misses him a lot and remembers everything. She recalls how her auntie took her to the hospital when she fell ill in childhood. As Balin and Shaul start leaving, Auntie stops them and says that she will definitely come to the wedding. On the other side, Gang and Xinjian were standing in the wedding hall where Guang's dad is asking Xin-young whether any member of his family will come or not. Guang tells Xin-young not to worry because now he loves him. He considers her a member of his family, and his family is also his now. Jan enters here with Mr. Hung, and as she was going to Guang on the stage, her aunt and Xiaolu come from behind. Seeing them, Xinjian becomes very emotional. Her aunt also starts crying while hugging her, telling her she looks very beautiful. She tells her how she has always been a very good daughter and has always loved her aunt. Xinjian starts crying because she is happy, but her aunt asks her to smile. Xinjian then goes on the stage and both of them are very happy to get married in front of everyone. Seeing this, Shalu also shows affection to Balin and places his hand on her shoulder. Balin is having a drink when Shalu tries to talk to her. He wanted to contact her all these years, but she was very busy with work. He is about to say something more to Balin when Shal's dad asks him to go to Guang. Shal's dad talks to Balin, asking why she did not go because Shalu's mom has died. He tells her that his wife has not come to the wedding because she died due to illness the same year when Balin left Fujing. Balin feels very bad and also wanted to talk to Ashel but does not get the chance at the wedding. Then we see that all of them go to Shinjun and Guang's house to surprise them. They come and hide in different places. Everyone was hiding in their respective places, so Balin does not get a place anywhere. He has to go and hide with Shalu in the end. Guang and Shinjun come inside the house. They were going to sleep on the sofa, and everyone was smiling after listening to their romantic talks. Suddenly, everyone comes out and surprises them, and they all party together at home. Balin leaves the party, and when Shalu asks Chinchuan about her, he tells him that Balin is going to Shanka today on the last boat of the night. If he wants to meet her, he will have to go quickly. Shal immediately takes the car and leaves, remembering all the moments spent with her, how he met Balin for the first time, and how they lived inside the port. He left her alone because of all this and wanted to say sorry to her. When he reaches the place to catch the last boat, he sees that Balin is not there. He thinks he is late, but then Balin comes from behind and tells him that the boat timing is a little late. They talk to each other for some time. Vavlu tells Balin about himself that after his mother's death he became very sad. Jayan was released early from jail but did not want to stay, so he left. Balin's boat arrives. Before leaving, Shalu says sorry to her for the last time. He says that he should not have left her alone at that time and should have supported her, but he left without informing her. For more than 5 years he felt regretful and kept thinking about calling to say sorry. Today he is saying sorry to her. While leaving, Balin tells him that it was Shalu's past mistake and he should forget it. She has moved on, and now he should also move on. Shalu cannot say anything because Balin was moving away from him again. As soon as Balin boards the boat, she gets a call from Mr. Huang. We see Balin with Mr. Huang. From their conversation, we learn that Balin has been working for Mr. Wang as his assistant for 5 years. She worked very hard on a project for 3 years, and she was sure that this time she would become the general manager. She had been trying for the same position for the last 3 years, but was rejected every time. Mr. Hung asks why she has to leave the assistant job soon. Balin tells him that when she becomes the general manager, she can help him more. We see Sholo with Jung, because Jung had returned to Fuching. He asks about the city's bar, which has changed a lot over the years. Sholo asks if he wants to come back. When he left Fuching, Jung says he will find a job and settle down. Sholo takes him to Mista's hotel to meet him, but Jung did not want to meet him. Inside the hotel, he tells Sholo he just wants to go home. Shalu takes Jang to his boat and tells him that if he wants to join his business, he can, but he refuses because he is going to work in a committee in Pasi. They talk about girls and Jung asks Shalu if he is after Balin now. Shalu denies it and says he does not want to meet her. He asks Jung if there is any girl in his life. He tells that there was a girl, but he is afraid of meeting her. They start drinking. The next day, Balin was not selected for the position of general manager again. She goes to the bar to talk to Huang, who was also a board member. Balin asks why she was not selected. Huang tells her about another project and says he wants to give this project to Balin by making her his assistant because no one else can handle it. He says other candidates available for the general manager position have degrees from abroad, which is why they were given the post. Balin gets angry and leaves, feeling that although they may have good degrees, she has the experience to handle things. In a meeting, we learn that Mr. Huang's company will support old factories and industries to help them improve in the market. He kept the names of 2 factories in front of everyone, one of which was Fujing Food Factory. Mr. Huang wanted Balin to work as an assistant there because she had worked there before and would handle it well. Balin agrees to improve the food factory and they decide to send her for training. On the other hand, we see that both Guang and Shalu were doing ice cream shifts in the factory for which they had also paid rent for the factory's cold storage. However, they learn from Mr. Knew that some people feel very jealous of their success, and rumors were also being spread about the cold storage that Shalu and Guang are not paying rent, whereas both of them were paying proper rent. Hence, Mr. New asks both of them to remain alert so that no one creates a problem for them. After this, we see that Shalu and Guang were sitting inside the car when Shalu sees a car with Balin inside, but she thinks that she must be imagining. However, Balin is actually in the car. As soon as she comes to the office of the factory, Chinchuan comes to meet her and is very happy. Balin, now here, tells her about her plan to modernize the factory, for which she wants to vacate it completely. When the engineer tells her about Shalu's cold storage, Balin says that she will have to vacate that cold storage too, because only then will they leave the factory. Shinjin explains to her that if she goes to Shalu personally to talk about this, then maybe he will accept her proposal. Hence, Balin goes to meet Shalu, where he was making a new deal and had to transport a big order the very next day. Balin tells him about her proposal, to which Shalu says that he cannot vacate the cold storage because the location where the cold storage is situated is the best for them. He was storing his ice creams there, and the rest of the cold storage is a little away from the city. If he takes his goods there, then his ice creams will melt and he will face a lot of problems in transportation. But Balin is adamant. She doesn't listen and tells him that she is ready to give him compensation so that he can buy refrigerated trucks to transfer his ice cream, but still Shalu doesn't agree. So she asks him to increase the price of the compensation, seeing which Shalu gets angry. He comes and tells Balin that she wants to buy their relationship, and she knows very well that Shalu will never bow down for money. Earlier, he himself had taught her how to make a contract, and now he himself is teaching her. She is talking about breaking the contract, and now he asks her to leave from there. Balin leaves, warning him that he has a week's time to vacate the cold storage. Now further, we see that Shalu Jiang is sitting with Mista. Miss Tao comes there searching for Diang, seeing which Zheng goes to hide in the boat. Seeing this, Mista gets very angry as to why he is ignoring her so much. Both of them are teenagers. They were together and had faced all the ups and downs together, so why is he running away? Miss Tao becomes a little emotional and just leaves, saying that anyway she had not come there to create any problem. She just wanted Jung to reduce his drinking and stay away from bad things and get settled in his life. Having said all this, she leaves. Then we see Jung and Vavlu sitting together having drinks. Jung tells Shalu that Miss Tao belonged to a good and rich family, but her dad left her and her mom and went abroad, so that he was able to find his grandfather, but after his death, Tao was bullied by many people. Jiang used to fight for her, but because of all this fighting, he once got into a problem due to which he had to go to Hong Kong to hide. By the time he came back, Tao was invited abroad by her dad, but she did not want to study further, so her dad gave her money to start a business. After which she bought Ka Rio's bar with that money. Now, Jiang did not want to put her in trouble by involving himself in her life, and he also does not deserve a good girl like her. That is why he is avoiding her, so that she can forget him. Shalu explains to him that since he left Tao, she has not forgotten him. She feels that Jiang has left her deliberately. Shalu also explains to Jiang that he should go and talk to Tao once, but Jiang tells her that he does not have that much courage. He always wonders how he can talk to her because he is now afraid to say anything to her. After this, we see him reading old letters sent by Tao. He is also very happy after reading them. On the other hand, we see that Balin was thinking about what Mr. Huang said. Before coming to fetching, Huang had told Balin that with her abilities she could do anything and make any deal successful. Yes, but it was going to be very difficult for her to modernize a factory again because it could take a year's time. For which he asks Balin to be prepared, but Balin puts a condition to Mr. Huang. If she completes this project, he would free her because she now wanted to work independently, even though Huang had supported her for so many years and had given her a job when she dropped out of college. Now Balin wanted freedom so that she could do anything of her own free will, to which he also says yes. But he also had a condition that if Balin is not successful in this project, then she will have to work as his assistant for the next 10 years. The next day, we see that Balin is announced as the manager in front of all the factory workers. The secretary also comes there and starts showing off in front of Balin and everyone that he will fully support Balin and help the factory. But Balin knew that he was not going to do anything like that and must have come to create problems for her. After this, we see Shalu and Guang doing office work. Shalu was asking how much money they had and if they wanted to build a new cold storage would it be possible, but they did not have that much money. Guang explains to him that they have the biggest cold storage in the factory. If Shalu wants, he can also convince Balin to not empty the cold storage. He also tells him that no matter what happens, they will not empty the cold storage, and Shalu can convince Balin by doing anything. However, Diba comes there to call both of them because they had a fight with someone in the factory. Yan had a fight with Secretary Huai because he was emptying the cold storage on Balin's order, so Yan fought with them. Shalu also comes there with Guang and they fight with the security guard to save the cold storage. Bi Jing throws an iron rod at the security guard's head, but Shalu comes in front of him to save him, due to which he gets injured on his head. Balin comes there and both of them keep looking at each other. In the next scene, we see that Shalu is with Balin in the medical room where he explains to Balin that now she herself has seen how many people are connected to this cold storage. All of them have been able to reach there after a lot of difficulty. That is why she cannot help Balin in this matter even if she wants to. Balin should also think about those people because at one time all those people used to be her friends. Balin tells him that apart from her friends, there are other people who have faced difficulties in their life. That is why she made her decision and cannot change it. As far as having friends is concerned, she has forgotten them, considering them as past memories. No matter what happens now, she will not step back and will continue to do whatever she has come to do. At home, Shalu and Shinjin were talking about why Balin has changed so much and why she is behaving so rudely. Shinjin comes there and tells Shalu that all this is happening because of her. She shows him the letter sent by Balin and tells him that when Shalu left her alone and came here, she was also expelled from college due to which she could not complete her master's degree. After coming back, she got everything, her family and her career. But she has reached here with great difficulty by doing small jobs. Shalu had everything in her life, but Balin has only her career. She thinks that no one was with her in difficult times. Shalu understands why Balin told him those things at that time. Here we see that all the workers are having a meeting in the Kang. He was scolding everyone, saying that if Balin takes over his factory, he will definitely throw out the old workers from the factory. Hence, they should take a strong decision towards Balin. But Mr. New explains to everyone that even without fighting with Balin, he will support him. Those people can get the decision changed. They will definitely go to talk to Balin peacefully and also present their point, to which everyone says yes. But Da Kang was not happy at all about this, which is why he tried to scare Balin at night. He goes to the medical room for Balin, where he throws blood and treats him. However, after hearing the sound of Balin coming to the toilet, Saul comes there, who had come there to talk to him. He takes care of Balin here. Then, these people call the police, who are going to check the CCTV footage. They also ask Balin if she saw someone running, and she tells them that she saw a tall person but could not see his face. Seeing this, they were about to go check the CCTV, but then Mr. New stays there and takes all the allegations, claiming that he has done all this because Balin had bullied his daughter Yan. But Balin, knowing that all this was not done by Mr. New, takes back her report. After this, the police leave and Mr. New tells Balin that all this was actually done by Kang because he wanted to teach Balin a lesson. He wanted to save the factory, and here Mr. Liu gets angry with Balin and leaves. Because of him, even innocent people were becoming bad just to save their jobs. So after this, Saul decides to take Balin to a safe place and tells her that even though they are not in a relationship, they are friends. So he takes her to a boat where she meets Jang. Balin thanks KO because due to her explanation, June was able to free himself from everything today. While leaving, he also tells Balin that he cannot be angry with her because Balin is his brother's woman. After this, June leaves for his committee job and Balin goes on the boat where she sees that Shalu had kept all her belongings till now. Shalu tells her that he can never throw away her memories. Balin replies that now everything should be forgotten because these memories will become a burden for him one day. After which, Shalu says sorry to her and says that he did not know that he was expelled from the university. If he had got a chance to correct his mistake in the past, he would have taken some other decision at that time. Even though he was moving ahead in business, he did not know where to stop and where to find peace. He was just running in the race of life. Now he knows that he will get peace only after correcting his past mistakes. While they were talking, Balin gets a call from Huang. He was going to come to Fucheng tomorrow to see Balin's work. When Balin asks him to pick her up tomorrow for a walk, Shalu thinks that maybe he is Balin's boyfriend who has come to meet her, so he leaves. On the way, Balin tells him that even if he could go to the past, he would not be able to do anything right because he had no other choice than the decision he had taken at that time. On the other hand, we see Jiang, who was working as a sweeper. He sees a husband fighting with his wife. The man was insulting his wife and even hit her. Seeing this, June goes to stop him, but the man instead insults June and pushes her. As a result, June gets hurt in her hand. Mista was watching all this. As the man was passing through the road, Mista calls him near her car and gives him some money, saying that he should go and apologize to June, and also gives him a handkerchief to clean his blood. Seeing the money, the man immediately agrees. When Tao's driver asks him about June, he tells her that she is going to meet him, and if she knows that person, she says that he is an old friend of hers and she will meet him only when he wants to meet her. The next day, we see that Huan comes to Wuching. He had brought a watch from Hong Kong as a gift for Balin and gives her a reward for the plan of Fuching Food Factory. But she refuses to accept it, instead giving the watch to Huan's driver. Seeing this, Huang feels very bad that she is not even accepting his gift, but he is unable to say anything to her. He tells her that he is going to have dinner with an important person tonight, so Balin should also come. After this, we see Mr. Ni and Young having lunch. Mr. Ni is a little upset because Young was sending a lot of the money she was earning to Chan abroad. To this, Young says that she and Chan are a couple, so if Chan becomes a famous singer, then Mr. Nu will feel the most proud about it. After listening to this, Mr. Nu explains to her that maybe Chan will never come back and that she should stop sending him money now. Someone knocks on their door, and as soon as Young opens the door, she gets a big surprise because Zayn had come back. He had changed a lot and was wearing very stylish clothes. He is very happy to see her, but Mr. Nu pretends to be happy. When Zayn gifts dry fruits and other items, he scolds her that now he has brought dry fruits for her from abroad and questions her style. Hearing this, Ringa scolds her dad and says that he is just getting old and doesn't know anything about style. Now these people are happy with the return of Chan Mista. They hold a party at a bar and have dinner together, where Guang Shalu and Xingyan are very happy to see Chan because he has completely changed. They also praise him, saying that after all, Chan became strong, left Fuqing, and now he came back after becoming a singer. On the other hand, we see that Mr. Huang is having dinner with Director B in the hall. As soon as Balin comes there and sees Director B, she gets a little uncomfortable, but she is comforted by Mr. Huang. The director also forces Balin to have a drink with him, saying that only after that drink will he approve their plan. When Huang Chu understands that Balin is not comfortable, he himself tries to toast with the director. However, Balin challenges Director B to drink the entire bottle, and now he drinks too much. Due to this, Balin goes to the washroom and vomits. Then, Shalu also comes there and asks her to come with him. He explains to her that if she has come for a business meeting, then why did she drink so much? He suggests she should go with Shalu, where Chan is also waiting for them, but Balin does not go with him. Just then, Huang arrives there and takes care of Balin. Seeing this, Shalu thinks that maybe he is Balin's boyfriend, but then Balin introduces Shalu to Huang, saying that he is her old friend. Due to this, Shalu accepts him. He doesn't say anything and goes from there. When he goes back to his friends, Chan was singing his song to all of them. Everyone else was enjoying a lot, but Shalu just sat quietly, lost in thought. See you later. Goodbye till the next episode of this drama.